Hi, it's Thermal Imploder, and today, guys, well, this video is the patch notes for the heroes in Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, we're going to be starting with Boba Fett, and we will be going all the way down to Captain Phasma, and of course, we will do the hero and villain bug fixes too. But yeah, basically, we're going to just hop into it right now. So here we go. Heroes and villains balancing. Boba Fett. We've made a substantial change to the way Boba Fett's jetpack feels when flying. We think you're going to love the increased maneuverability. Furthermore, we improved his efficiency at distance with the EE3. Previously, it could be frustrating to try to shoot with the EE3's highest version, especially while flying. As a result, we improved the EE3 in a few areas, and we hope this will combine with the jetpack changes to make Boba Fett even more fun to use on the battlefront. Jetpack controllability improved. EE3 reduced the minimum dispersion angle from 0.6 to 0.4. EE3 reduced the maximum dispersion angle from 1.2 to 0.8. EE3 increased the end damage from 20 to 25. Increased damage drop-off start distance from 15 to 20 meters. Iden Versio, we've heard your feedback that Iden's droid stun was very difficult to predict. We made it much snappier and feel this should be a significant improvement to Iden. Even though the droid's damage has been slightly reduced, fixed an issue where Iden's droid stun didn't give damage on the first attack. Droid stun reduced the time between the ability activation and shock, reduced damage from 50 to 40. I'm very glad about Boba Fett getting a buff. Iden, though, I feel like she was pretty fine. And just a little bit of tweaks, but I feel like reducing her damage from 50 to 40, like, I don't know, I feel like that's a little bit major. I feel like if they did it maybe to 46, 47, okay, but I don't know, I personally am a little bit with this change right here. By the way, consider subscribing to for daily Star Wars content, because this is a Star Wars only channel, and I make daily Star Wars videos. So consider subscribing and like the video too to help support the channel. So now let's keep going. Boss Rilby V10 had a somewhat awkwardly high recoil, reduced it a bit while adjusting the animation to make it feel more responsive. We also reduced damage output of the explosive traps, as we felt it was a bit too high. The multi-trap star card values were incorrect, and the epic star card could increase the radius of the damage past what was listed on the card. This unintentionally led Bosk to having a very high AoE damage. Rilby V10 reduced recoil from 5 to 2.2. Explosive traps reduced damage from 80 to 76 per trap. Multi-trap fixed the blast damage radius to fit the star card numbers. Now, Rey, I'm very glad that she finally got a nerf because she was way too overpowered. Here we go. Rey's signature ability, Insight, had an incredible range. It could go as far as 75 meters when paired with certain star cards. This was a bit too much, and we've decided to reduce it drastically. We'll monitor how this change affects Rey's performance. Mind Control reduced mind control radius from 20 to 18 meters. Insight reduced insight radius from 50 to 30. Farsight reduced bonus by 10%, now 10, 20, 30, 40%. Kylo Ren had two of his abilities on a 25-second timer, effectively making him less efficient and fun to play than other characters. As such, it reduced the cooldown for pull and freeze. We also felt he needed some damage absorption while being close to his targets, so we gave him some while Frenzy is active. Reducing pull recharge time from 25 to 20 seconds. Freeze, reducing freeze recharge time from 25 to 24 seconds. Frenzy, Kylo Ren now has 40% damage absorption while Frenzy is active. Luke Skywalker, you heard your wishes to have Luke traverse faster, so we increased his sprint speed as much as possible without breaking the animation. Related to that update, decided to push Luke more towards a hit and run game style. He will quickly jump into a skirmish and then bounce out to regain health before heading off for the next battle. Increased Luke's sprint speed by 0.6 meters / second. Increased Luke's health from 700 to 750. Increased health regeneration rate from 50 to 110. Decreased regeneration delay from 5 to 2.7. Decreased max regeneration amount from 250 to 200. Emperor Palpatine now requires line of sight on his target to trigger damage with his Dark Era and default lightning ability. Both abilities will no longer go through obstacles and walls. While we love the fantasy fulfillment there, but the frustration of not knowing what was damaging you was too high for us not to act on. Now, I know some of my subs really like this and loved this, but I'm very sorry. Yes, this is changed. Lightning increased reach of the ability from 12 to 14 meters to compensate from the tighter collisions check. Chewbacca had one of the longest stun duration abilities in the game, and it made him quite powerful. However, we wanted to stun to be a bit more tactical, so we reduced the duration. Stun Grenade reduced the shock time from 1.6 to 1 second, reduced Bowcaster's side projectiles explosive damage from 25 to 21, reduced Furious Bowcaster side projectiles explosive damage from 12 to 10. I personally feel like Chewbacca was pretty fine, maybe like a little bit with his shock, but still, I feel like he didn't really need any sort of nerf, but whatever. This next one I'm very, very glad about. Yoda finally got a buff. Yoda's lightsaber attacks were very weak compared to all other lightsaber wielders. So we have increased his attack damage significantly, bringing him on par with the others. Additionally, in an effort to make Yoda feel more true to the character, we made a change to his barrier ability. It will now break immobilizing effects upon activation. Lightsaber increased damage from 80 to 115. Barrier added functionally to break out of immobilizing effects on activation. Unleash increased energy holding time from 0.7 to 0.9 seconds. Unleash increased angle from 40 to 45 degrees. Unleash increased first tier damage from 100 to 110 seconds. Tier damage from 125 to 130. Third tier damage from 150 to 160. And fourth tier damage from 175 to 190. Now next up we have Lando Calrissian. We felt that Lando needed a boost to increase his effectiveness against lightsaber users. The best tool he had against them had a 25-second cooldown. To combat this, we significantly reduced the cooldown of Disruptor and of Smoke Grenade. Disruptor reduced recharge time of Disruptor from 25 to 19 seconds. Smoke Grenade reduced recharge time from 15 to 14 seconds. Darth Vader. We changed how choke works in order to simplify comprehension for the player that is Darth Vader and for their target. In an effort to also make Darth Vader more tanky, we granted him a health bonus when activating Focused Rage. Focused Rage, Vader now receives 200 temporary bonus health when activating the Focused Rage ability, reduced max health from 900 to 800. Captain Phasma. We took notice of your feedback regarding the utility of Captain Phasma's staff. We are improving it so that it feels faster and more fluid when used. Staff strikes increase the animation speed of the ability. Staff strikes increase the transition speed between each strike. Increase how quickly Captain Phasma can use her blaster after performing a staff strike. I am very glad that we finally have her staff being better. I honestly did hope that it would get a little slight bit of boost damage, but they didn't boost her damage at all, but whatever. Now, the last thing, heroes and villains bug fixes. Lightsaber closers are deactivated while blinded. Fixed an issue where you would be able to be in a stun state forever. Maximum stun duration is now 5 seconds. Boba Fett fixed an issue that prevented Boba Fett from using his jetpack ability when For the Hunt was activated while his jetpack fuel was depleted. Luke Skywalker, Epicenter, the ability will now deal the proper amount of damage when used. Yoda, Feel the Force, edited the description of this ability to make it clear that all friendlies will receive a bonus health when used. Yoda, Entering the Force. This ability will now apply the proper amount of bonus time. Yoda, Master of the Force. This ability will no longer damage players inconsistently and only when released at maximum power. Finn, Deadeye, the targeting crosshair should be properly removed after the ability has been used. So basically, we have a lot of stuff, and I will do the rest, the classes, milestones, general improvements, bug fixes, known issues, and all that stuff in another video, which will be out tomorrow, most likely. And yeah, basically, well, we have, in simple, a lot of changes to heroes, because this video is already 11 minutes long, so I think it's kind of obvious. We have a lot of hero changes. So yes, so thanks for watching this video. Remember to like the video to help support the channel, and consider subscribing for daily Star Wars content. I will be seeing you in tomorrow's video.